Yeah, then we have Dorian. Well, his fourth skill, the Vampirism Aura, is very useful. I leveled up Heidi, and Heidi is not doing bad in Arena. For Arena, Heidi is a strong character. I'll come to that a little bit later. And especially also with Dorian. Here Dorian is really great. I built the team with Peppy once, Helios, and then a special team where I would use Heidi as a tank. Dorian in the middle, providing vampirism to all four of them. This proved quite strong, and yeah, he's also very useful for the tower, of course. He's not necessary for yeah, I don't know, for the campaign he's not necessary, and also for the arena, yeah, you can do some defensive line or some special lines with characters that inflict slow damage over time, like Heidi does. But when you want to have really the attacking team number one, then he's taking up a space that you can fill in a better way. So he's handy to have, but not really necessary. Thea is a very solid hero, especially for the beginning, also in the tower, but as I said, at some point you may want to replace her with Marta, because Marta just has the more interesting skills, especially her first skill. Yeah, it's very interesting with providing extra speed to your allies. Then Phobos is a really strong mage, and also an interesting one who has the element of chance. Some people don't like it, they just want to make sure, they want to know how a battle develops. But me, on the other hand, I kind of like when you don't completely know what is he doing, which guy is he picking. So this can be interesting. And, at some point I would play with this team. Yeah, and probably used Ziri as a tank, but here of course Astaroth would also do very well. Or more attacking again with Aurora. And this is really a very unpredictable line, because Faceless can copy any one of those, and it's always dangerous. You should never put Faceless in a team with Looter, because that's about the worst Faceless can do. When he copies Looter, then he will teleport himself into enemy lines and then die very quickly. So always when you use Faceless, make sure that you use characters of which he can do a good copy. So he's doing a great copy of Jorgen. He's also his magic is sophisticated enough to do a great copy of Aurora, of Phobos also. And then, yeah, in final position, yeah, Thea or Helios. He's a strong guy, and I think my feeling is you could base a team on Phobos. And I passed some levels in the campaign with him, and being very patient and restarting again and again until he picks the right guy, the Priest of Seymour in chapter 14. Yeah, it can be interesting with him. And he also has a very nice skin. I have to show you this. I think it's it's very fitting for him, because he has this illusionist skin, the card player. So the element of chance, you never know for which opponent is he going to. Stellar skin, yeah, that would be a useful one, a magic penetration one, but it's hard to level up all the skins, even when you spend some money. And you don't spend a lot of money, it even gets harder. You really have to make sure which skin to go for. Here I possibly just went for the look, so yeah, supported Nexters Global a bit with buying a skin, because they are doing such a great job with this game. Yeah, so that was Phobos. Now let's see, we go to our next hero. Sorry for that. Let's change in here. So we had Phobos, now Peppy. Peppy is strong, a dangerous character. Her first skill is very interesting. She can really cause mayhem in the enemy lines, and also her second skill is very nice. This pink protection barrier that deals a lot of damage. So yeah, team for Peppy. Let's put in Jorgen, Faceless. Peppy shouldn't be in last position because her armor is really weak, and last position this guy needs to have some defensive skills, and Peppy clearly does not have those. So yeah, why not Helios and Aurora? It's maybe pretty strong. She's doing a great job with Cleaver. When you have Cleaver, then you would like to put Cleaver in here. Yeah, maybe you could also, someone with magic penetration. Okay, Faceless has it, but here of course if you don't like Faceless you can also play with Orion here, or Mojo. Yeah, why not, like this. Mojo, second position, maybe not so good. Lars, yeah, but then, yeah, some people say never use Lars without Krista, and yeah, in Arena it's mostly true. I saw one exception once. Yeah, coming back to Maya now. One guy who was really a wise kid, he would use Maya and Lars, and then Lars would do his storm and line up all the enemies, or yeah, bundle them in one spot, and then Maya delivered the deadly blow with her force skill. Maya has a really strong force skill, and so affecting anyone who is near her, and when the enemy are standing upon each other's feet, then her force skill will pretty much destroy anyone and immobilize anyone. So this might be an idea for a line. If go something like this, and Maya in the middle. Yeah, not sure on that, but those two could work in Arena. So now we have Helios. He's when you have a mage line, he's a good guy to go for in last position because he has strong magic attacks, and when you then in a mage line he's doing really good, and together with Dorian it's really hard to get rid of him. When we have this line up here again, it's really hard to get rid of him, because when Chu is attacking him, he will load up his energy bar quickly, and then using his first skill, and then because he's next to Dorian, he will usually replenish all his life, almost always, and then the opponent can start again on square one. So he's very strong guy for last position. Next hero, so Markus. Yeah, I said right away, all in all he's a bit a harmless character. He is a special character. You could use him as a tank to a certain degree, because his armor will go up very high if you level up his as a barbarian skin, which provides armor. When you level this up, then you will have about 36 kilo armor, so more than some tanks, actually more armor than Cleaver, for instance. So yeah, you could use him as a tank. There are some special lines you can use him in Arena when playing in second position. But all in all, he's stabilizing, not very attacking. When you use Luther, yeah, you can go for this Luther Markus combination. Then I would go for him. Try to, yeah, go for a line like that. Yeah, why not? But it doesn't make the top 15. I played with him for a while, then abandoning him because I thought, eventually his armor will not be high enough, and then they would introduce his barbarian skin, and I was like, oh no! If I had known it, I would have stuck with him. But then it was already too late, and I went for Ziri, which was a good choice for the campaign, because Ziri is really good for the campaign. Chabba, I don't understand. A lot of people say don't go for Chabba, but he has a pretty high armor stat when leveled up. And also his first skill, this eating up skill, I think it's very interesting to eat the opponent tank, and then you can attack the second guy in line. So I would say, yeah, why not? Something like that could be pretty strong in my opinion with Chabba. Maybe not use Faceless together with Chabba, because then when Faceless is covering Chabba, yeah, okay, why not? And then you have an opponent in the middle of your line. Maybe it's not a good idea to use them together. Elmir, one of the guys who has armor penetration as a first artifact, aside together with Jingmao also has armor penetration. And Fox, yeah. The girl I try to build up a line currently. So it's very strong when you want to have a physical attack line. And then, as I mentioned before, if you can put in Dorian, this gets very interesting. And maybe, yeah, together with Chu and Nebula. And then maybe we use Astaroth. Yeah, or Galahad. So Jorgen, very strong hero, mainly because of his first skill and also his fourth skill. He's taking energy with his basic attacks from the opponent, but especially for his ultimate, his first skill. Then for 9 seconds, your opponents can't gain energy, which seriously put this team behind. So that's one of the reasons why I like to play with him either in second position or in the middle, because when your opponent is using a Jorgen himself too and your Jorgen is in last position, then it's very likely that the other Jorgen of the opponent will use his first skill first, and then maybe you will not be able to use his first skill at all. Sometimes you can also use him as a tank. I've seen some interesting lines with Astrid, and from time to time she will send out Lucas as a tank. What was this line with Orion? Yeah, I forgot this specific line. I'm sure Astrid was somehow in that lineup, but now when I think of it, well, I know there are some possibilities to build a line with Jorgen as a tank. Maybe with Dorian, and then 2 guys who are placing behind Dorian, so everyone in this lineup will be in Dorian's vampirism range. Not a lot of characters are placing behind Dorian. Thea, Helios, maybe we add Helios and Martha. Maybe something like that could work, but personally I'm not a fan to use a line with Jorgen as a tank, but yeah, maybe against certain opponents it could make sense. So he's a very important character. I wouldn't dare not to go for him. He is really in the top 10, maybe even in the top 5 of your characters. Yeah, I try a line at the moment without him, as I have already mentioned. But yeah, it's always you have to figure out, will it really work without Jorgen? Yeah. So that's definitely a hero you should go for. If you all concentrate on 5 heroes only, maybe you don't go for him, you only go for Nebula. But he's really an important hero. Dark Star, I don't know, I don't see many Dark Stars, but I think she's really a strong character. I've seen this line already. Like this, would be very strong. Then Ziri is the best tank for the campaign. She's not the best for arena. Yeah, there she dives away. She's good also in arena, but just for the campaign she's really the best, because she dives and recovers her health and comes back, and then like this you can more easily get 3 stars. in the campaign, and when you want to finish the whole campaign with teams below 400 kilo, then she is all indispensable, I would say, for the campaign. Kai, he is high up in my line because he's the best support for Kark, or one of the best supporters. Without Kark, don't know, can make him your main character. And then you need another mage in this line, maybe Satori, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Okay, we have no Jorgen in here now. That's a bit critical. We should put Jorgen in. Maybe like this, yeah. This could be strong. We have again the standard addendum. Just you have a mage, you want to have a team for Kai, so add Jorgen and Faceless. And then choose a tank and someone for last position. But yeah, together with Kark, there are some really strong lines. Then something like this is very strong. Unless when you are up against a strong mage line with the twins, then by my experience, then you need Jorgen, and I usually would then go for Jorgen and Faceless rather instead of Kai and Jorgen. I would always go for Chet if I can. Unless I'm up against Cleaver, then Lian is doing better. Okay, so we have a look at Faceless. Well, I've already told quite some things about him, so I would usually... He's very useful in Arena. Okay, maybe not the first choice for Arena, but he's very useful in the tower and in the campaign with various teammates, because especially when you can control whom he's copying. So also in Guild Wars, when you can fight manually, Faceless can really be a strong hero. What I've seen that his power toss, his second skill, is also very strong, but actually with this new guy Andvari, here Faceless will have certain problems when Andvari is protecting the foremost guy, and so Faceless cannot lift up this guy, and so his power toss is not working. So I don't really like to see that. But yeah, okay, he's still powerful, but against lines with Andvari, he loses a bit of his power. Now I gave you already many examples. I think also this line, I mean, yeah, when you use Faceless and you want a team where he is really good, we will add Jorgen. Now we have a choice to add a third mage. We can go for Phobos, we can go for Orion. There are many possibilities. So yeah, Orion, Aurora, and final position, Helios. That's an attacking line for Faceless, for instance. Yeah, Lian, she's really a good character, and she's very attacking, and she delays a lot of opponents. She delays everyone who attacks her, so she delays Chu for 2 seconds, Orion, Lars, everyone. Stops Cleaver in mid motion. She's really strong, and she's on the attacking side. She will die eventually. So it's good to have Astaroth in the same team with her. Yeah,